so for today's recipe, we are making the famous longevity noodles. And this is a dish that you usually have towards the end of banquets. So how it relates to the whole New Year's scheme is basically, it's in the name, tung sao means having a long life, which is great in any aspect. So these noodles, even though I think typically people say egg noodles, the ones that I purchased, you can buy from any Chinese grocery store, and I'll try to put a link down below for you if I find it online. But usually they'll kind of look like this. I actually checked out a couple of them and there's no egg in it. It might just be like food coloring or something. So these noodles, they're in big patties, and the longer that they are, the better, because the longer the noodle sort of signifies a long life. So they prefer that these not be cut. Texture of these noodles are really great because they're kind of soft and spongy. They do remind me of like egg noodles, and we're going to be pairing it with vegetables and mushrooms, so it's going to be super, super yummy. So I can't wait to show you guys this recipe. Okay, so I'm going to start off with 12 ounces of these longevity noodles, which should feed about 4 people pretty easily. And what they do with the noodles, I believe, is they fry it first, and it's a fresh noodle, so it's going to cook really, really quickly. I think after the water boiled, I cooked these guys for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. It is the worst to have overcooked kind of like egg noodles, because then it gets spongy, but then it's mushy as well. So after about 2 minutes, I put it into the sink, drain it, and then run cold water over it to stop that cooking process. Okay, so now I'm going to use a little shiitake mushroom to add some meatiness to this dish. I have cut up into strips about 3 to 4 rehydrated shiitake mushrooms, and now I'm just going to marinate it like I would meat. So recipe is going to be down below, but I have about a half a tablespoon each of garlic paste and then ginger paste. This is a little bit of rice wine, and then I'm going to put in some sesame oil. So this is the Lee Kum Kee sesame oil, and I like to use sesame oil more as a flavoring agent, and I think a little bit of it goes a long way. And this is their double deluxe soy sauce. It's my favorite because it's doubly fermented. It uses minimal ingredients and, non-GMO soybeans and all that jazz. So just kind of marinate the mushrooms for about 15 minutes before you start working with them. Now I'm going to bring over the rest of the ingredients that I've prepared. So I have 2 cups of Napa cabbage that I've shredded, along with about 3 scallions. And I love adding a lot of scallions because it brings freshness to this dish that can sometimes be bland. Right now I'm making a cornstarch mixture. So about 3 tablespoons of water with a teaspoon of cornstarch. And then I'm going to go ahead and add about 2.5 tablespoons of the double fermented soy sauce to this. And this sauce is really going to give the noodles a little bit of moisture and then bring all of the flavors together. Okay, so time for assembly. I hate oily noodles, so what I'm going to put here is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water and then a tablespoon of garlic powder, and that is how I'm going to be cooking this cabbage. A lot of the times I don't think that you really need oil at all, and there's already some oil in the noodles, so this will keep everything nice and light. And I'm just going to cook the cabbage just for a little bit, like 2 to 3 minutes, until they start wilting down. I'm going to go ahead and put in about a 1/4 teaspoon of ground white pepper, and then the rest of my ingredients. After the mushrooms have been cooked, and this is over medium to medium-high heat, I'm going to go ahead and add the sauce and wait about a minute until it starts thickening up. Afterwards, the noodles go in, and if they happen to be clumping together a lot, just add a little bit of water and they should loosen up. Finally, all of these scallions go in, and trust me, it brings a really nice kind of fresh vibe to this dish. Towards the end, I usually shut the heat off and then I do any flavoring adjustments. So I might add a little bit of salt, and then also I like finishing it off with, again, a little bit of that sesame oil for good flavor. So onwards to plating, and typically a whole family will be eating this, so everybody will be sharing, and you would want to put it into a nice big bowl like this, and then everybody can just take out their own plates. And it's really a very welcoming dish for New Year's because it's like nice and filling and savory and just really good as well. Go ahead and check out those meaty mushrooms, and just surprisingly, very basic flavors like garlic and ginger and onion really flavor a dish very, very well. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe and that you'll try making it. As usual, if you want to see more recipes like this, remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!